Right, guys, the Risky Chicks are back, and Team DG is super thrilled to add a new member to the team. We have Paul Lunn joining us as the director of our employee benefits. So we're going to do a little welcome video for him. Katelyn, you want to kick it off?
So, Paul, can you give us some more background about your experience in employee benefits?
Yeah, I started my career actually on the carrier side and then learned kind of the base knowledge there and moved to the employee benefits side. And it's all I've really ever done. I just left a firm that I've been with for about 15 years and came here.
That's awesome.
Wow, 15
Excited
years.
to have you. 15 years at one place. That's awesome.
Impressive.
Yeah.
So, Paul, what is the most creative cost containment incentive you've utilized on a health plan?
So I think when you talk about that, it really comes down to understanding your consumer. That's the first part, right? Every single group, every single person is far different. Like what would probably be a good approach for you guys would be technology-based things along those lines. For me,
Right.
as we were discussing earlier, probably not so much a technology type thing, right? So it's all about engagement. It's engagement with the employer from the top down. It's engagement with the employees. It's engagement with their dependents. So we've done things from, smoking cessation programs to fitness to all different challenges. It's building a culture around the employee benefits and understanding it's a year-round approach, and you got to be educated on it. So that's really the thing. There's so many different things out there you can do, but it's not a kind of a one-size-fits-all type approach.
Right.
Which I think is so cool because you get to meet all these different groups of people and help them create a plan that's best for them. And I think that's literally so cool and fun.
Yeah, absolutely. And the way that healthcare is now, you got to educate year round because it's always changing, right? We all have deductibles, but not a lot of people understand the difference and understand that they really have options where they can seek their care. We go buy a car, think about the research that you do on that side. Yeah. But if you're going for an MRI, the doctor tells you where to go. Generally, you just go wherever they tell you. You don't realize all the different options that they have. And there might be a place where you can go seek your care that's 2 miles from your house. Yet you're driving into Boston, sitting in traffic, paying to park, doing all this other stuff. And there's, a cheaper, more effective option right down the street. So it's all about driving consumerism and getting everyone engaged. But it's got to be a commitment that goes year round. You can't just do it at open enrollment time and then think it's going to last through the course of the year.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, definitely.
I like that you brought in culture too, because that's also a really important part that we do here at DG. It's an important aspect. So we're happy to have you on the team and kind of introduce that part to the benefits side of it.
Yeah.
So what do you think is the best thing about a career in insurance that people outside of the industry wouldn't know?
Well, I think it starts, right? When people think about it, you like insurance, it sounds kind of boring, kind of lame. The thing I love about it, is when you think about it, you're really dealing with two of the most important aspects for an individual, right? Their health and their wealth. So you're helping people, be educated, try to save money, try to negotiate good rates, good premiums or whatnot. And then people's health, it's nice to be able to help someone when they're having a problem with their claim or they're going through a difficult situation. You as a consultant, you're really there to help. Mm-hmm. So I think that's the thing that people don't understand. It's a really personal, relationship type business, and that's the thing that I've really loved about it, and that's the reason why I left one side of the insurance carrier side and went to the consultant side, is you really build those lifelong and they become friendships that you have.
Yeah, that's definitely something I didn't realize about the industry when I wasn't working in it until I started here at DG, and this was my first job out of college, so seeing that aspect of it has really changed my perspective on the industry as a whole. So I like that a lot.
Yeah, yesterday I caught up with some people that I've known since I started, since I was probably around you guys' age, so 20 something years ago, I caught up with people that I had met then. So it's a really tight community, and you make lifelong friendships.
Yeah, it's awesome.
In previous episodes, Katelyn and I talk about how important those relationships are and those friendships.
So anyways, yeah, it's a relationship type business. Both getting work done, having good relationships with the carriers, obviously good relationships inside your office, and good relationships with obviously all your clients.
Mm-hmm.
So Paul, what are you most excited for about joining the DG team as the director of employee benefits?
Outside of being here with you guys, right? I think it's the culture, right? Just coming in and talking to everyone about growing the employee benefits team and the book of business and seeing the excitement from, obviously, Chip and Ted and Ryan and their commitment to the people on the team, working with Katelyn, getting to know her a little bit. And just, everyone's been so great. And it's just such a great culture at the organization when you walk around the office and you see, like the poster that's behind Katelyn and stuff like that. It's really just, it's kind of a motivating place to be. And it would be exciting when we could all kind of be back in here together.
Yeah, definitely. That was something that I realized too, was like, just when I first started, I was like, it's really just like, there's good energy in here.
Yeah.
And it's like that almost all the time. And I was like, this is awesome. Like, even when I came in for my interview, obviously I knew Abbie before, so a little bit of a different situation, but I was like, wow, it's like really lively. I came in on Halloween and everyone was dressed up, and I was like, this is the place that I want to be working at. Like, this is so cool.
I mean, culture, just like we were talking about the previous question, culture is a really important part of every organization, and maintaining that culture and building upon it.
Mm-hmm, definitely. So what is the best piece of advice you have ever been given?
I'd say, so from a professional aspect, it's just been, do your best every single day. Mm-hmm. I always tell people, or people have told me at the start, never be too high, never be too low. Just come in, work hard, and do your best every single day. And then I'd say the other piece of advice that I was given is when I got 3 kids, but people told me, people would tell me, enjoy every moment because it goes fast. I sit here now with a 14-year-old and I look back and say, wow, that really went fast. So I think, those are probably 2 key pieces of advice that I really try to remember.
Yeah, those are awesome. I really like the do your best every day. That's definitely something that I tell myself too. I'm like, did I do my best today? And if the answer is yes, then it was a good day.
Yeah. And if you're not trying to do it your best, it's probably not worth doing anyways.
Yeah, true. That's so true.
All right, we're going to round it out with the most important question.
Okay, what's this?
What is the weirdest food you have ever eaten?
Oh, God. So when I first started on the consulting side, I remember we went to dinner, and we go out, I'm a younger person, hadn't been exposed to a lot of different foods. I kind of eat what I eat and I stay in my lane, if you will. And they just brought out a big fish, this big red fish, and people were just like cutting off the fish. And to me, it was like one of the weirdest things I've ever seen. So I sat there and just tried to cut it up into small enough pieces that it eventually looked like it was gone, even though I didn't really eat it. So I take that. Or, I talked about my kids earlier, back when my daughter was little and she used to make food in that easy bake oven. That was probably some of the weirdest stuff too.
Oh my God, no, that was the best.
But I remember she'd make it and she'd be so excited sitting in front of you with like the food, and you're like, oh God, I guess I have to eat it. So I'd say those are 2 of the weirdest experiences that I've ever had around food.
So a full red fish in the easy bake food. So
it didn't even look cooked, and it had the head and the eyes on it, and it just looked, it was too much.
I would have jumped out of my seat when that got put down in front of me. I'm the pickiest eater on planet Earth. I'm like,
I kind of that too. I actually thought it was a joke.
It's unbelievable.
I kind of thought it was a joke at first, and then I saw people start eating it, and I was like, oh, this is really happening.
This is for real. Yeah. Okay, so thank you so much, Paul. We're thrilled to have you join the team, and looking forward to working with you going forward.
Sounds great. Well, thank you guys.